of mental toughness and composure to be able to sit in there when things aren't necessarily going our way. I think we've had a pretty good run over the last 8 weeks or so with him at the helm in terms of scoring, in terms of yardage, in terms of all that. And we didn't get that today, but he's stuck in there, and we were able to convert on huge third downs, and that's all part of what he's able to do.
How nice is it to get a taste of NFC East football right before Philadelphia? I know they're different teams, but...
Well, I grew up there, so I know a lot about NFC East football. I don't know if interdivision stuff makes any difference. Philly's going to be as talented of a group as we've seen. They've been, dynamite all year. But this was a great challenge for us because Dallas is one of the most talented teams in the NFL as well. And so it was definitely a good test. We got to clean some things up, and thankful to still be playing and get a chance to take it back on my hometown.
What's your first reaction to be able to go home and knowing that atmosphere?
It's going to be an expensive week, I think. A lot of tickets. We'll see how that goes. Got to talk to my mom tonight, figure out what's going on this week. But no, I'm excited. My whole family's still back in Philly. Everybody I grew up with. Obviously, I hope the ones that are closest to me throw on their red instead of their green next week. But we'll see. The birds run deep back there, and they're a passionate fan base, and it's going to be an unbelievable environment next week. I can tell you that. It's these people live and die by this football team, and we got to match that energy. It's going to be fun.
How satisfying was it to go down after the defense stops Dallas on that, after they get that turnover, hold them 3 points, and you guys march down the field on the next possession and get that touchdown to go ahead?
I think that was kind of the changing point of the game for us. I think it was huge. It's great football, great complementary football. Our defense played lights out all day, and we needed to come alive offensively. And that one drive seemed to be the one that did it for us. And got to do more, got to do better. And but that was certainly a good one.
Is anyone saying this, having the mindset that you guys need to go and score and not drive after they hold them to 3 on that, or? Well,
we kind of knew we had to all day. We had put some solid drives together to get field goals and all that, but you got to convert touchdowns in this league, and especially if you want to consistently win, and especially in the playoffs, you can't give teams chances to stay around. And I feel like we did that a little bit in the first half today, and fortunately we're able to turn some things around and get it done. And but yeah, we got to be better offensively. I think everybody on our offense will know that, but we got it done when we needed to, and that's the most important thing.
And so does this one make it a little more satisfying that it was a close game throughout, and you guys were able to finish it off during the fourth quarter?
I don't know if it makes it more satisfying, but it certainly it feels good that we can, you can win anyway. We've won big, we've won close, we've won, a lot of points to a lot of points, or like today it was a defensive slugfest, and so we're able to win games in a lot of different ways because of how deep our football team is and how talented we are all over the place. But yeah, you always want to play your perfect game, especially this time of the year, and we'll get back to trying to do that.
Did you have a good view of George's bobbling catch?
I did. I was so we ran a keeper, so I was at the front. I was at the front side of the protection, and after Brock kind of rolls out, I can't really do anything without drawing a penalty, so I just get to watch. I saw the ball in the air. I was like, oh my God, George is going to get it. Then I saw it bobbled, and that was kind of in the split second. I was like, oh my God, George is going to get his head taken off. And then all of a sudden he came down with it, and it's just a very George Kittle type of play. He's been doing that for us for 5 years now, or 6 years, but my 5 years that I've been here. And he's one of the best football players in this league, and huge moment for this in this game.
Dallas is obviously really effective when they can pin their ears back, rush the passer. As an O-lineman, how satisfying is it to slowly kind of transition that game from what they like to play to obviously what you guys like to play, just grinding them down?
Well, we aren't able to do that without all phases of our team. We aren't able to do that without converting on third down. We're not able to do that without making plays necessary and without having a defense that doesn't allow people to score points. And we were able to stay in that game. We were able to give a little bit of a cushion and keep pace in the first half with the field goals. Honestly, I feel like we should have, probably had some touchdowns. I know we're going to look back on this film and be a little pissed that we left yardage out there on the ground, especially. But I think we got it done when we needed to, and our defense kept us in it the whole day. And then we were able to kind of take over the game with that drive in the third or fourth quarter.
3 out of 4 years you guys are in the NFC Championship. What's the biggest difference with this year's club compared to those other two?
There's not a lot of differences, to be honest with you. I mean, obviously there's different people in here, but there's a lot of core guys that have still been in here. It's a really cool deal. I think more so is the similarities between the three teams is the most important thing. It shows that there's one way to be in football, and you got to have a good brand of ball that wins deep in the season, that can carry you and win games in any different way that you can. And we've done it twice by being a top 2 seed, and we've also done it by being the last team in, getting in the playoffs. So it's all about the mental toughness and the commitment to do right longer, and to play your best ball when it matters. And I think that's the biggest thing that runs across those three teams. High school, so we would sneak out for lunch.
What's on the sandwich?
I'm a whiz without guy.
Okay.
Yeah, whiz without. Yeah.
Right.
Have you heard of Amado's here in San Jose?
I have. Amado's is great. Yeah, I have it all the time. Yeah, I DoorDash it very regularly. I live in Willow Glen, so I'm right down the street.
There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome.